I will be guiding you through all the action here today live in the Helen Martin studio. As you may have read in your programs, we will be witnessing a game of Dutch Pétanque, which contains many local peculiarities not found in similar sports played elsewhere throughout the world, such as in French pool. I would now like to welcome the players to the stand. First, Ivan Babince Ringquist, who is 22 years of age, originally hailing from Sweden, but was raised in Barcelona. Today, he will be competing against Andy Ingamells, who is 24 years of age and originally from Sheffield, here in the United Kingdom. Both players are currently colleagues outside of the Pétanque stand, studying music composition together at the Royal Conservatoire in The Hague, although their sporting rivalry does not extend to their professional lives. Ringquist, now picking up the jack, stepping backwards out of the circle, going over to the bucket to pick up his first water balloon, looking back at the center there, moving his hand to his eyes, stepping back into the circle, bends at the knees with his palm facing upwards, rolling the ball toward the jack, now straightening up. And leaving the circle. As we have plays against one. One other player. Each player uses 3 water balloons per round. As you have heard, the small ball covered in pins is called the jack. The first throw of the game is always taken. The first throw of the game is always taken by the tallest player, in this case, Ringquist, who begin by bouncing with his knees and flicking the balloon upwards, taking the back guard, and elegantly turning away. Stepping away from the sand to allow anyone else to move forward and take the next balloon. As you can see, the object of the game is to throw or roll your balloon. Closer to the jack, and then resume play from the opposite. Then resume sand from the opposite end of the sand. Nice curving throw, keeping his eyes on the jack. Now moves it. Now moves away as Ringquist approaches for his next balloon, taking a long look across the sand with his hands on his hips. Checking the angle, moving back and forward, concentrating. Good tall flick. Arching movement. Ingamells returns from another throw, steps cautiously towards the circle. One more step, keeps his head straight, moves his arm right across his body, keeps his hand motionless in the air as he watches the landing. Incidentally, spectators, players, and the commentator must observe total silence from the moment a player steps into the white circle to the moment when the balloon is thrown. It appears that Ringquist will select another balloon, but instead is taking the bucket because that is the end of the round. Both players are now walking across the sand to retrieve their balloons. The jack has been thrown again, a little shorter than before, not as far down the sand. First balloon bouncing very close to the jack as it comes to rest. A good throw. Second balloon rolls onto the jack and explodes. The force propels the jack right off the sand, bringing that round to a premature end. Both players return to the sand. Because we have an unfamiliar crowd here today, the chants will be displayed by Balloon Lee at the appropriate time when they are to be recited. You are all asked to join if you wish.
Ivan, he's our man. He can Even he's our man. If he can win it, Andy can. Andy, he's our man. If he can win it, even can. Andy, he's our man. If he can win it, Andy can.
Down to the ground and kept rolling. Returning now to a position and walking back to his places, Ingamells collected. Ingamells collects a balloon, grabs the balloon's hand, passes it to the other hand, bends his right knee a little, more than his left knee this time. Keeps his arm in the air as he straightens up after the throw. Wrinkles there, collecting another balloon. Slight pause before stepping into the circle. About. The flat, sandy terrain of the western Netherlands closely removed the Spanish coast and provided an ideal playing surface. Pétanque was originally played outdoors using heavy metal balls and a small wooden jack. The first professional leagues were formed shortly after the foundation of the intermediate team of the Netherlands in the year 1815. Annual outdoor tournaments began to be held on the island of Caballeros soon after. Rankless, to throw the jack, taking it up, legs slightly apart this time. Both knees bent, rolling it down the sand, taking a good look at how far it's gone. Selecting a balloon, a backhanded throw with a small bounce in the knees. Straightening up now.
Even, he's our man. If he can do it, Andy can. Andy, he's our man. If he can do it, Andy can. Andy, he's our man. If he can do it, even can. Andy, he's our man. If he can do it, even can.
The remaining balloons are once again being collected. The jack is thrown right into the far corner of the sand, away from the center. First balloon landing very close to the jack, almost touching it. But not quite. A very well placed shot, nearly bursting on the jack though. Second balloon rolled at a quick pace. Looked like an attempt to displace the first balloon, but missed. First balloon still right beside the jack, and a very bursting Ingamells' well-positioned balloon. Bursting on the jack, so bringing us back to a low score here. Ingamells' next balloon not quite as accurate as the first throw. Although